Welcome to the official YouTube channel for the Colin Cowherd podcast. Go on, hit the subscribe button. There it is, so you don't miss any of our football content this season. It has been, if I might say, fantastic. All right, we're going to have an hour and a half with John Middlecoff tonight, but I was going to just talk about the Eagles thrashing the Rams tonight in Los Angeles. It feels inevitable. Philadelphia and Detroit in the NFC Championship. Those are stacked rosters. The Rams actually have a great coach, excellent quarterback, nice weapons, and a really strong defensive front. And it was completely worked tonight. Almost 500 yards for the Eagles, 255 yards for Saquon Barkley. The Eagles' offensive line and the Lions' offensive line are so much better than the rest of the NFL. Four of the five Eagle O-linemen, I think, could get honors. Just dominating performance. And again, the Rams have some talented young guys up front. And a lot of this, Howie Roseman, the GM, this league is, front offices are so important. Teams like Cincinnati just don't make deals. And so it's Joe Burrow, a couple of your receivers, and they're just a limited roster. Philadelphia is constantly trade deadline, usually, not necessarily this year, but big players at the trade deadline, off-season, free agency, draft day deals, and you see the value of it. I mean, even without Devontae Smith at wide receiver because he's banged up, they lost Slay, the corner, during the game. In every unit, the Eagles have a great, great player. And, I talked about this before the season. I said the idea of letting your best player go, the New York Giants, to go to the Eagles is insane. I mean, can you imagine, I know it's not perfectly analogous, but the Chiefs, letting the Chargers have Mahomes in his prime. Now, the Chargers have their own quarterback, but the best player on the New York Giants was allowed to go to their primary rival. And by the way, the other player the Giants let go was a safety who now leads the NFL in interceptions. God, the Giants are so poorly run. But, Barkley, I've said before, I think the best running back I ever saw was Walter Payton. Barry Sanders probably too. Christian McCaffrey's dexterity and his ability to do so many things probably puts him third. But McCaffrey does not look the same this year. And instead, Saquon Barkley was always an excellent player. But he is, and there's no other way to say this, his ability to start and stop has improved. He's just faster and quicker this year. And, there are just certain things. Remember a couple years ago when the Lions drafted Jahmyr Gibbs, the running back, and people crushed him for it. But their offensive line was so good, it was guaranteed to be productive. And as you've seen, the Lions just run over people. That's the thing about Saquon Barkley. I mean, look how productive he was with the Giants' offensive line. And the other thing the Eagles have that the Giants didn't, the Eagles have star receivers on the outside. A.J. Brown's remarkable. So it forces safeties not to cheat, and they can't cheat inside the box. So you just knew he was going to be incredibly, remarkably productive for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I don't know what the New York Giants do with their football operation, but their front office just doesn't know what the hell they're doing. And the Eagles is arguably the best. And Detroit's is excellent. And Kansas City's excellent. And that's why those teams are at the top of the league. It's not just the coach and the quarterback. The Lions right now, the Eagles with Howie Roseman, Kansas City, Buffalo's got a very, very good front office. And they just take advantage of the weaker teams and the less capable front offices. So I love watching Philadelphia play. Are you struggling to find the right candidates? Well, good news. There's a place to go to get help. It's called ZipRecruiter. It does the work for you fast and easy. Right now, this second, you can try it for free. All you do is go to ZipRecruiter.com/Colin. It's the hiring site that employers trust the most according to G2. So how quickly does ZipRecruiter work? Instantly. They have a powerful matching technology, helps you find the top talent fast, saves you time and money. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter, listen to this, 4 out of 5, get a quality candidate within the first day. So see for yourself. All you have to do it for free. ZipRecruiter.com/Colin. Right now. Free. I mean, free. That's the same price as a perfect sunset. Try it, free. Exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/Colin, Colin. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Really is. You know, I've got my questions regarding Nick Sirianni, but as I've said, people do learn on the job, and that's okay too. Not everybody's Andy Reid or Sean Payton. Some guys are learning on the job. McDonald, the coach for the Seahawks, or Mike McDaniel, the coach for the Dolphins. You know, Mike McDaniel was a really smart guy. He'd never been a head coach. There's some things you don't know how to do until you do them. And so I think Mike McDaniel with Miami, Dolphins are a fascinating team right now. That game with New England was weird. New England had played well. That wasn't even competitive. 3 drives in. So I think Philadelphia and Detroit, it feels inevitable. I mean, San Francisco's not the same team. Washington's cooled off. Rams, Rams have some good players. The Rams need a left tackle, a boundary receiver, and a corner, and the quarterback for the future. They probably have 2 more years of Stafford, but they couldn't compete tonight. And what's interesting is the Eagles are last in the NFL in first quarter scoring and first and second half scoring. Well, what does that tell you? The first quarter, the Rams were good. Why? Scheming, McVay, Stafford. But the Rams in the second half, they just get worn down. They don't have the personnel. So the Eagles are a great second half team because they just wear you down. Their offensive line wears you down. And you saw in the first half, the Rams were very competitive, but they just don't have the personnel over the course of 4 hours to compete with Philadelphia. So, that's my problem with Philadelphia. Is I think their talent's remarkable, and I think sometimes they're undercoached. It's very, very weird that you just don't score in the first quarter when you have the best offensive line or second best offensive line in football, 2-star receivers, the best current running back, a more than capable quarterback. You average 7.5 yards per play tonight, and you can't be dynamic in the first quarter. That's a scheming issue. But boy, Philadelphia is something else to watch. They are fun to watch because even though Detroit's a powerhouse offensively, there's just something about Saquon Barkley and A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts. There's just a lot. You get the steak and you get the sizzle with the Philadelphia Eagles. And I've been saying this for the last couple of weeks. I felt like Buffalo, Kansas City, and the Lions were the Super Bowl teams. Put Philadelphia in that group. There are 4 teams now that feel like they have separated from the pack. I thought tonight's Eagle performance was really impressive. Fly cross country against a great quarterback and a great coach and a really good young defensive line for the Rams. And they were manhandled, literally manhandled. Fly, Eagles, fly. Saquon Barkley, think about this, has 12 touchdowns this year. The Giants have 16. Last in the NFL. Saquon has 10 plays this year of 30-plus yards. That's the same as the entire New York Giants offense. The Giants let him walk. I think there's an argument. MVP this year. Boy, after tonight, Rookie of the Year has got to be Bo Nix. At least offensive Rookie of the Year. I would not have a problem with Saquon Barkley being MVP. I would have no problem. The guy is separated from the league at running back. Again, McCaffrey last year, fully healthy, but McCaffrey this year is not the same. Yeah, Saquon Barkley is, there's just nothing like him. Every single carry looks like he's one broken tackle from going the distance. And he did it, twice tonight. Saquon Barkley is on pace to set the NFL rushing record and scrimmage yards record. So if you're thinking to yourself, man, he's having like a incredible year. Yeah, the most incredible year ever, potentially, for Saquon Barkley. It has like a KD to the Warriors feel, where you're looking at a team that's good enough to win the title, and it's like, we're gonna throw in this guy that is, the best at his position, and he'll finally actually have teammates that can help him. And a staff that can help him and a quarterback who's a threat to run as well. So you just can't hone in on him. It's just insane.